talked a little bit about, people going away and coming back and, moving up from the ranks and then having kids come through. What do you think, how do you see Bibb schools benefiting from the perspective of, an outsider or someone who isn't from here?
Yeah, so here's the beautiful thing about public education. I mean, it's happening everywhere. But as it happens everywhere, we all run into different ways to do public education well. So my perspective and my lens is from two different districts, two different sets of leadership, two different sets of students, and some different city dynamics. From that has come a pretty decent level of knowledge in terms of best practices. Being from the outside, there's nothing like a fresh set of eyes. One of the things that I even learned in being in a city of East Point, where I served for 21 years, everything I saw was East Point, East Point, East Point, East Point. But sometimes it took for somebody to bring another set of lenses to me and perhaps uncover, while not intentional, a blind spot that I may have had in terms of how to do things better. I remember benefiting from that. So my fresh set of eyes, an unselfish set of eyes, can help the city of Macon and the school system, of course, just see things from a different perspective. And I'll tell you, one of the things I've been able to do very often is just to sit and listen and then become a thought partner in terms of some things that perhaps individuals inside the system have not thought about. And we've already seen some benefit to that. Now the other part is, having someone from the outside combined with somebody from the inside. You bring those two together like the Wonder Twins, might be dating myself, but the Wonder Twin powers coming together, it's a great combination in terms of looking at new and greater things, new and greater ways to do public education and do it well. The second piece has to do with the fact that we're coming out of this pandemic. We all learned a lot during the pandemic, and quite frankly, every public school in the world is now trying to engage in what they look as a new normal. This is the perfect time for a fresh set of eyes to come in so that Bibb County or any other district doesn't go back to things as usual. It's a great time to redefine normal, and I believe that a fresh set of eyes helps to do that in a quicker manner.
Tell me a little bit about what you've noted that's in place and works well, and what you see that might be some of our blind spots.
So I'll say primarily, the branding of this district, to have Victory in Progress, VIP, it's a great brand. It's attractive. It raises people's antennas, and it makes people pay attention. It made me pay attention, which is one of the reasons I'm here. I started paying attention to the Bibb County School District just because of the brand. So branding has been phenomenal. From a student's first standpoint, I appreciate the focus on mental health and awareness through Project Awares and other efforts that are in place, in addition to helping students grow beyond the academic side with the Leader in Me program through Stephen Covey, which is fantastic work. Just trying to get kids to unleash themselves and become something great. That works well in addition to the other pieces I mentioned. I will say that the relationships, the professional relationships that are in place, it is just a perfect foundation to build from, because there's a level of trust and camaraderie where if you don't have it, it's difficult to get good, strong practices off the ground and fully implemented. And the base that is in place in Macon Bibb County is perfect ground to make those things happen. In terms of things I think can use improving, so I'll use the data. So we still have students, and this is the case in many public school districts, who are still at the beginning level of learning. So I think we're all struggling with how to best approach the needs of every single student so that we can accelerate their learning and take it to the next level in a shorter period of time. So I see that there's opportunity for us to come sit down at the table, the strategy table as I like to call it, and really think through how we can do things different, do things better in order to reach every single student. We're all desperate to do extremely well for every single student, and sometimes that desperation, it causes us to pick this and this and this and this, where it might just require for us to focus on this and this. So I see an opportunity in Bibb County for us to put everything on the table, then ask ourselves, what are the most valuable practices, the most valuable approaches, the most valuable programs, and then let's dig deep into those particular programs. Ensure that there's an alignment between those programs and the needs of our students so that we can maximize outcome. I also see an opportunity to increase a focus on building capacity. There are great capacity building efforts in place, but part of my philosophy is if you're going to build the capacity of individuals, it has to have a strong relationship with the needs that you've identified for students. And I see there's continued work that definitely has to happen in our district to ensure that whatever PL, professional learning, that we do, it is meeting this need. And if it's not, then we reconsider or just totally gut that professional learning so that we're actually building ourselves up, hashtag built for Bib, building ourselves up to meet the needs of every single